Welcome back. In the local news, the NTRC's 4th annual Ideas and Innovations competition, known as the I2 competition, was launched here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and its grand finale and prize-giving ceremony was held yesterday, January 19th, 2017, at the NIS conference room. The I2 competition, which was opened to all students attending the secondary technical institutions and divisions of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Community College, saw opening remarks from the CEO of Go Getter magazine, Mr. Storm Gonzalez.
Lesson 1. We live in a world of dumb pipes. The internet is made up of tens of thousands of miles of submarine cable. This cable, or pipe, is the backbone of the internet. But what makes these pipes so special is that they are dumb. What I mean by that is that they do not discriminate. In the days before the internet, business success could depend on race, geography, political affiliation, or access to the factors of production, especially land, labor, and capital. Some people may ignore a product because it was produced by a certain race or came from a certain country. The internet erases these issues by allowing the free exchange of information. You can be a coder in Bangalore, India, or Chateaubriand, St. Vincent, and create software that can be distributed and used by billions globally. There is no mention of race or country, only solutions to problems. You either want the solution or not, and it doesn't matter where you are or who you are. This is called net neutrality, and it's something we should fight to preserve, as it is the only way we have any hope of reaching the wider world. Lesson 2. You do not need money to succeed on the internet.
Director of the NTRC, Mr. Apollo Knight, indicated and encourages students to put forward projects on the forms and ideas and mobile applications that can facilitate the implications and implementations of new systems or improve the existing systems within the private sector of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Now, the competition, when we started this, the main purpose was to inspire students to get into the area of software development. We thought that was something that our country needs to be involved in, and we want to have a platform that they can use to get to that point. So that was the main reason, to get them inspired into creating app software in general. When we started, we targeted the public service for the ideas and apps. And the first 3 years was for that purpose. We're now moving over to the private sector for this year. And we'll continue to change as we go along in the future. But for our 2016 work plan last year, the NTRC decided to facilitate the execution of one of these ideas in the public service. So that was our work plan objective, one of them. And I'm just happy to say today we were able to get that accomplished. So
the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force is committed to taking as many guns that are in the possession of persons illegally from off the streets this year. This was announced by Commissioner of Police Ronald Hathaway at a press conference on Wednesday at the Central Police Station in Kingstown, where he noted that 2016 was not a good year in relation to crime and violence here in our blessed country. Commissioner Hathaway said 2016 was a record year with 40 homicides being committed, 28 of which were as a result of the use of firearms. He noted that as a result of their efforts in 2016, they would have removed about 43 firearms from off the streets. The police commissioner said that the police force has put in place several strategies to curb crime in 2017. However, he did not provide details about these strategies, noting that doing so may hamper their progress or success. Freakeisha Douglas, a 23-year-old, and Randy Shallow, a 31-year-old, have been officially charged with 8 counts of illegal firearm and ammunition possession following the discovery by police officers last Wednesday, January 18th. The Camden Park residents pleaded not guilty to the charges and were granted composite bail in the sum of 65,000 EC dollars. In other news, Magistrate Bertie Pompey has ordered the deportation of 2 Trinidad and Tobago nationals after informing them that, quote, "We don't have the wet foot, dry foot policy," end quote, that the United States recently abolished with regards to Cubans entering that North American country. The court heard on Tuesday that the 2 Trinidadians had entered the island illegally between December 14th, 2016 and the 14th of January 2017. They were also charged with entering the state by boat during the same period and disembarked without the consent of an immigration officer, contrary to the Immigration Restriction Act. In what police say was possibly a linking up with local criminal elements bent on doing crimes, on Tuesday the 2 Trinidadians, Ishmael Mohammed and Keno McPhee, appeared before the magistrate's court in Kingston on immigration charges. The men pleaded guilty to the offenses and apologized to the court for their actions after being ordered deportation. They promised not to repeat the offense and also pleaded for leniency. Mohammed reportedly told the court that he was joyriding when he came to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, while McPhee said that he was having innocent fun. Local soca artists interested in participating in the Soca Monarch competition for Vincy Mas will have an opportunity to compete in a semi-finals this year. The Soca semi-final is one of several innovations made to the program of activities for Carnival this year. Chairman of the Carnival Development Corporation, the CDC, Ricardo Adams, speaking at the ceremony on Tuesday to launch the Vincy Mas 2017 program of activities, said that the venue, time and date of the first ever Soca semi-final has not yet been decided upon. He noted, however, that a Soca semi-final is something that persons have been calling for and that the event will not be held at the Victoria Park. The Soca Monarch is set for Saturday, July 8th. Yesterday, the Garifuna Heritage Foundation launched its program of activities, which will be held to coincide with the National Heroes Heritage Month in March of this year. The year's Garifuna activities will take place from March 6th to the 15th under the theme Celebrating Our Indigenous History, Heritage and Cultures from Mainland to Islands and Return, Strengthening Links, Forging Networks, and Claiming Ancestral Space.
For years, the Garifuna Heritage Foundation has been carrying out its mandate of education and culture within St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and it has even extended its wings towards the region and internationally. This year, during the month of March, which is normally our Heritage Month, the Garifuna Heritage Foundation, in collaboration with the University of the West Indies Open Campus, they are really proud to present the International Garifuna Summit. It will be held between March 6th and 13th, and the theme would be Celebrating Our Indigenous Heritage and Culture from Mainland to Islands and Return, Strengthening Links, Forging Networks, Claiming Ancestral Space.
At the launch, Gloria Williams from the Garifuna Heritage Foundation said this year's program will be a hive of excitement and knowledge for everyone. She stated that the Garifuna Heritage Foundation is collaborating with the University of the West Indies Open Campus and will be presenting the International Garifuna Summit, which will be held between March 6th and 13th.
The thing is, it sounds lengthy And right now, you may be wondering about all those terms. But just tell yourselves this, members of the media, because hereinafter, we would like you to be able to disseminate this information in such an exciting way that people clamor to be a part of these activities. It is going to be a whole hive of excitement because the summit, you notice we have from the 6th to the 13th of March, would engage persons of different levels and from throughout the entire country of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I say that because within those days you would have the International Garifuna Conference, you would have the screening of Garifuna documentaries, the hosting of the annual Schools Garifuna Folk Festival, the traditional Garifuna Village, which is going to be really out of this world, the Garifuna Cultural Marketplace, this is going to be at Heritage Square right near us here, and the hosting of the International Garifuna Dance and Music Festival. Now, we can't get better than that. Now, it may sound as if it's just excitement and fun, but it is structured in such a way that within the excitement, you are learning, you are gleaning about the culture, and you are going to take away valuable information.
Meanwhile, David Darky Williams, president of the Garifuna Heritage Foundation, said that while they have enjoyed tremendous success with their activities during Heroes and Heritage Month over the years, they will be taking up the program up a notch for this year. He said that there will be many presentations from local, regional and international delegates, and that the program will also feature a number of fun informative events for the nation's population, especially the youths, to learn more about the Garifuna heritage.
Another very important aspect of our program for that month is the school's Garifuna Folk Festival, and that would be held at Victoria Park. And when Miss Maxine Brown comes to the podium, she would elaborate and give you more details. Of course, in this venture we are partnering with the University of the West Indies Open Campus. And again, when Ms. Dalrymple comes, you would hear in more detail how UWI Open Campus collaborates with us. Our next two partners comes from the government, two government ministries, the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Culture.
Stay with us, more local news up next.